Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Super Conqueror, the Tier 10 British Heavy, and we're located on the north spawn of Province near the dam, and it's being commanded by Captain Ashstorm. And he tells me this was his first visit to the Province map. Well, I can believe that, but there's still some similarities with the old Province map. Not a lot. I think the Abbey used to be a lot closer to that corner. The Cap used to be down here in the dip. But the other side looked different. And Wargaming really made this virtually a new map in terms of its appearance. It really is quite devastating. What can I say about the Super Conqueror? Well, it's basically a Conqueror tank with extra armour on it. It replaced the FB215B in the 9.20 patch, I believe it was, and it's basically a Conqueror tank with spaced armour around the turret, which actually was devised to try and defend against heat rounds, but it's also quite useful in terms of the ordinary standard armour, in that it actually slows the armour down because it has to penetrate the first shield and then get through the second one afterwards. Well, the Super Conqueror, also known as the Conqueror range target, as Jingles quite correctly stated, one was actually put out on a range so they could shoot missiles at it, just to see how they fared. So it was never actually thought of as a real possibility, but as a production tank. But it looks like Captain Ashstorm is going to take the high position and shoot down on that Object 430 and a Progetto 46. And it looks like the T100 LT is already doing that. Of course, the danger is he's only got a couple of teammates to actually protect him if they do try to rush around the corner. Or is he going to come down on top of them? Okay, he's got a 268 across the valley, and there's the Object 430. Oh, and he's wiped out one shot to the side of the turret. Good shot. 7.18 second reload. Well, according to the mods it is. Having a look across the valley, can't really get a shot on that 268 over there. Have a look around the corner, I think, to see if he can spot any more. Knocks a tree down. He's not worried about that, of course. You only worry about that if you're Arty, because it gives away your position. They know that the Super Conqueror is up here, because obviously he took out that 430. So, is there anything to shoot at? Well, not really. Not that they can see at the moment. There must be some there. It's quite a visually stunning map, this one. Beautifully put together. It is virtually totally different. I mean, there's nothing I can see from the previous designs of the buildings and the like. And their rearrangement is completely different. But Province was one of those maps which was actually quite enjoyable if you're in low tier, because it did sort of turn out to be a battle between the enemy on each side of the valley. And there he's got a target, an IS-7, one right into the side, but it hits the armour, and unfortunately it hits the wheels and does no damage to the tracks. And that just hit the tracks as well. I think he may have tracked him though. He may have tracked him. No, he didn't. No, my mistake. No, so the meal there hiding behind that building. So we have got some enemies to shoot at, and Captain Ashstorm is holding back, using the rock for cover to pull back behind if another of the enemy team do try to take pot shots at him. In the meantime, the IS-7 keeps offering his side, but at that angle I think it's going to be a ricochet, so he's not bothering to fire. He's holding his armour, holding his shells rather. Might as well wait until he's got something decent to shoot at. Oh, Rebel Louise made a big mistake there. The Emil 2 took him. And I think Captain Ashstorm might be trying to get a shot into that IS-7 who keeps doing that. He's over-angled. And he got it there. He got it into the side, over the tracks and into the body. He over-angled, well over-angled there. He had a perfect angle before, but when he turned sideways like that, he just offered his side. And that was a good try on the Emil 2, but it was just a little too late to catch the rear. But he's almost, he's loaded. Now, is the Emil going to offer his rear again? He might, because he might not realise he actually did. Oh, he does! 324 this time. That Emil keeps making a mistake. Now, Captain Ashland's going to side scrape, and he's got the Emil, fires around him, gets a nice hit. He did take a hit into the tracks, and another one, but he's repaired them. Used his repair kit, so he's gone cool down now. The fact that he received 2 shells means that there must be another enemy out there we can't see who fired that shell in. Either that or the Emil loosed up 2 shots from his magazine. They seem very quick together, those shots. I have a sneaky suspicion there's somebody else out there. Oh, no, not the T100. Ah, right, he's going to go for a ruffle stomp on the IS-7 451, but unfortunately the IS-7 managed to get 490 firing up into Captain Ashstorm. He's backing away using the curvature of the land. T100 is coming to help. They are now capping, but it's only one, thankfully, and there's 3 of them on their team. Two overlooking the cap at the moment. But, Captain Ashstorm is not really... Well, that one went into the tracks. That one blocked. He's going for the IS-7 with the reload. Can he get the lower plate? No, he's tracked him. Okay, but he's receiving a lot of fire. He's loaded. Round goes straight through the tracks into the IS-7. 393. And he's taken out. He was taken out by the T100. And he finishes off the Emil 2. So the T100 really helped there. So there's an enemy T100 around there. The pancake tank. Well, no, that's the edge of the map. Good job that he done, because there's a cliff over there. He could end up in the water otherwise. It could be swimming lessons. Now he's going to go down on top of this one. Yes, 402. And the other shells are just bouncing off him now. I just don't think they've got the capacity. And that T100 goes down to our T100. They haven't got the penetration to take him out. There was another enemy tank up that we couldn't see, and that was the Su-101, but he's been taken out by the E-75. And the enemy Arty is in that direction as well. So they've managed to even the score back a bit now in their favour. It's 3 versus 4. It was a lot worse at one point, and that M53, M55 on the enemy team is about to get double tapped. Yeah. Oh no, he took down the. He just took out our E75, or did he? No, it's the Su-101 who took him out from the other side of the valley, and he's a Unicum. So, in fact, this it wasn't the other side of the valley. He came up really close. He crossed the cap. Oh, and that T100 now is in a bit of a difficult position. That Progetto is just crossing. Can he get down the cliff? No, not easily. It would be difficult. Okay, and they are now capping, and he just took a hit from the Lurver. But of course the Lurver can't get through either. And it looks like the T100 has damaged or taken out the M53-55. And I think from the way that he was destroyed that he may have set fire to him, because he did appear to just die, lose hit points, and then die suddenly afterwards. And that T100 is going to get killed by the Su-101. Captain Ashstorm needs to get over there as quickly as possible to help. This is very awkward. Oh, no, we lost the T100. We know that Lurver's the other side of the valley. Now, is he going to cross, or is he going to go around and come up the other side? The only trouble is, going around like that, he is going to be vulnerable to taking shots inside from the Lurver, who's probably on the other side of the valley. going to go high. I think he's going to take the high route, not the low route. So he's going to go up around the corner and come up on the flat where he killed the 430. There's the lurver. Okay, so he can take the lurver out the game. There he is. Side up. Thank you very much. Very nice of him to present his side. What an easy kill. Well, I'm sure he's back in the garage now, realising that that was a bit of a mistake. Oh, and look, they've come to try and find him, and they thought he was up there, and now they find out he's behind them. Goodbye. Oh, 394. He was lucky. One more shot should be enough. Oh, they took a hit. And now the Progetto's gone. Now it's just the SU-101, who is a Unicum, and he's trying to use that wreck as a cover. Going for a couple of... Well, he got a penetration anyway, and now he's going to try and block using the armour of using the tank as a shield for him as well. The SU-101's trying to push the wreck and then poke to see if he can get a shot in. But Captain Ashton goes for the weak shoulder and takes him out of the game. So they've won. Now, he did use a fair amount of APCR in that battle. So I'm expecting in the results that he might have cost him a little. And here's the results. And it's a first-class tanker for Captain Ashtorm in the Super Conqueror. But he also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, and exactly what he got. A Duelist medal for taking down 2 tanks that damaged him during the battle. A Fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5. A Fire effect for dealing more damage than the hit points for his vehicle. A Shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points for his vehicle. A Steel Wall for blocking at least 11 shots, at least 1,000 hit points of damage. And lastly, he got the High Calibre. He dealt most damage in the battle overall. And we can see the tanks that he hit there. Okay, the only 2 that he didn't take out was the IS-7 and the T-100 LT. They were taken out by others, but he certainly did a lot of damage. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he got the High Calibre, so it's 5,481 hit points of damage, top of the table. He got the highest number of kills alongside the T-100, who was very helpful towards the end of that battle. It was just a pity that he got isolated when he went after the Arty, and they were able to take him out. It was 2 against 1 on that particular position. But he still managed to get 5, which is more than anyone on the enemy team as well. And when it came to base XP, he got the highest with 1,094. If we look at the detailed report, yep, okay, he fired 20 rounds, got 18 direct hits, so good accuracy, 16 penetration. Well, some of them actually did go into the tracks, and that can't be helped because he was up against an IS-7, and they're difficult to penetrate, and if you don't get your shooting quite accurate enough, it's going to bounce off the tracks, so it happens. Damage of 5,481 hit points, of which 176 were at more than 300 meters. That would have been the Lurver, I think, across the valley. He received 19 hits during that round. 19! 3 of which were penetrations, 16 were non-penetrations. And it goes to show the armor on the Super Conqueror is really good. The only weak point really is the lower plate, as with a lot of British tanks. So it looks like the enemy weren't able to get the shots into the lower plate. They were all firing at the turrets, and of course the rounds just weren't going through. He blocked damage of 4,150 hit points. Well, it just goes to show a lot of shells were fired at him, and they just never got through the armor. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance of 214 hit points from his spotting. He received 76,415 credits on a premium account. But this is the bad news. Yep, repair cost him 13,480. Ammunition cost him 88,000. That's because he did fire an awful lot of APCR, a lot of premium ammo, and he did also use premium consumables, so his total deficit comes to 45,065 credits. But there again, this is a premium account. This is a tier 10 heavy, so you'd expect to lose a lot of credits. because tier 10 heavies don't tend to make a lot of credits. They're really more for the fun. And I'm sure that Captain Ash Storm had a lot of fun with that battle, because it was extremely exciting from the fact that they were so many tanks down at one point, and they managed to turn it around and beat the enemy. He received 1,641 credits, XP, and there was no multipliers, so I'm afraid that's all he took away. But I think the funniest moment in that film was, in that replay, was when the enemy went to the place where he was sighted for most of the battle. They went straight to the place where they thought he was, and he was actually behind them. And it was sort of like, peekaboo, I'm here. You know, he comes up the ramp, and they suddenly turn around and go, oh my God, he's behind us. And that was just hilarious. So 2-on-1, including a Unicum, who should have known better. Yeah, unfortunately for them, it just didn't work out, and Captain Ash Storm used his superior abilities in the Super Conqueror to be triumphant over them. So if you enjoyed that replay, because I did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.